Yo, yo, RX back with another breakdown of UFC Actually, no, not UFC Vegas. UFC Long Island. Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. We're back with a crowd again after a little break fight night-wise from the crowd, and I'm happy. I'm happy we're finally seems to get back to normality, which is a W. So yeah, but obviously before I break that card down, you know what I always do: recap last week's card. So let me recap Dos Anjos and Fiziev real quick. Quick recap, not in depth. Fuck that. But quick recap. Ready? Let's go. Sergio Cup and Ronnie Lawrence. Sergio Cup completely destroyed him. He literally just khabibed him for 3 rounds. So, crazy. Unexpected. Kennedy Nzechukwu and Carl Robertson. Not shocked by that. Carl Robertson sucks, and Ken just bigger, so he was smart and used it. David Onama and Garrett Armfield. Not shocked at all. Antonina Shevchenko and Courtney Casey. Not shocked at all. Not a robbery. Cody Brundage and Trayshawn Gore. God damn, Trayshawn Gore sucks. Jamie Malarkey, Michael Johnson. Banger, could've went either way. Eamon Zahabi, Ricky Tercios. I don't know what fuck got into Ricky Tercios that Saturday, but I still think he won that fight. Zahabi ran away, so whatever. Sherman and Vandera. Weirdly a really good fight, and props to Sherman, he showed heart, and nice win. Sedna Magomedov versus D Silva de Andrade. Great fight. I personally think Silva took it, but again, just like the Johnson fight, close, could have went either way, and review scores the third 4-1. Caio Borrello and Armen Petrosian. Goddamn, Caio Borrello's good. Like, Caio's a problem. Fiziev and Dos Anjos. I'm not shocked. Fiziev looked great. I would say RDA came back in the fourth, but by that point it was too late, and then Fiziev caught him with a beautiful 1-2 combo. So, props to Fiziev. If you remember my breakdown, I even said I could get the finish, and I almost picked it, but you know, I didn't. I picked decision, and I ate shit. But, you know, can't get them all. Got the pick right, not the method. So I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. So. But that was last week's card. Overall fine card. Nothing to write home about. But with that being said, let's talk about this week's card. But before I do that, like, comment, sub, all that shit. 100 subs go by the end of the year. And now, I can't have anything else to say besides, let's get into this breakdown. How quick is that? 3 minutes? Damn. Damn, too long. First fight on the card, and it's interesting. Jessica Penne versus Emily Gordina Emily Ducote. Let's talk about the vet Jessica Penne. Voice is a little shot, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? Jessica Penne, been around forever, 39 years old, on a fraudulent 2-fight winning streak. I don't know. She did beat Carolina, terrible fight IQ Kovalevich, but she did not beat Lupe Godinez. Not sorry, she did not win that fight. I don't care what anyone says. She did not fucking win that fight. Yeah, Jessica ain't really good in the UFC. She is 1-2-4. I can't get mad at her losses. She fought Joanna and Jessica Andrade back to back. So, what do you really expect when you fight two of the greatest fighters of all time at their weight class, let alone kind of just in general? So, can't really get mad at losing those two in a row. But, yeah. Jessica's trying to get you to the mat and sub you, and most of the time she fails. But against Carolina, she didn't even have to try. Carolina jumped into her guard and gave her the submission. So, can't be too upset about that. So, yeah, I don't think Jessica Panay was ever that good or is that good. So, yeah, not much more to say on Jessica. Her best weapon is being fight-wise, like, is that the word I want to use? Being just a veteran is her best weapon at this point, because she never was, let alone is that skillful. Now I talk about her opponent, Emily Ducote, in her debut. If I'm saying that last name wrong, are you shocked? She is coming off Invicta, nice 3-fight win streak against, I think, 2 former UFC girls and a non-UFC. I'm shocked they didn't make her go through Contender Series or Tough, but UFC's UFC. She is a replacement for someone else who dropped out of this fight with Jessica, so got that. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I've ever seen a second of an Emily Ducote fight. I guarantee if I did, I think I'd have more instinct to saying she's gonna win. I do think she's gonna win, but I think I would be more confident. But 11-6, I'm not far from Jessica's record, 3-fight winning streak, beating 2 former UFC, and she seems good. So. And she's not 11 years younger at 28 to 39. So, like I said, Jessica's best key to winning this fight is just being wise. Like, if she can just make Emily fuck up and she can get a sub or a decision, that's her way of winning. But if she doesn't do that, she ain't winning. And the betting odds agree with me. Emily is minus 135. Jessica coming back plus 115. I would say Emily should be a bigger favorite because it's Jessica Panay, but I'll stick with 135 since I've not seen her really ever fight. So, with that being said, I'm starting off the card with Emily Ducote by decision. She fought 3 weeks ago? Holy shit. Yeah, I think... Would I be shocked if Jessica won? Not in the slightest. But, you'll never know. I don't think she will, because I just don't think she's that good. So, yeah. Emily Ducote by decision. Can't wait to hear that name on the broadcast and just some Ducote or some shit like that. I sound stupid. But what else is new? Next fight on the card, a battle of kind of veterans. Dwight the Body Snatcher Grant versus Dustin Stoltzfus. I didn't say good veterans. Let's talk about Dwight Grant, who I swear just got knocked out a couple months ago in April by Sergey Kondusko. So I don't know if you really should be coming back to fight that quickly, but after a brutal fight that you took a lot of damage in, I don't know if you really should be back already, personally, but what do I know? Especially at 37 years old, should you really be already back fighting? I don't know. That's not for me to say. Dwight will say that on Saturday. But, yeah, Dwight's been in UFC a long time, 2018. He is 3-4. Personally, I'd probably say 2-5. I don't think he won the Stefan Fukulich fight last year, but that's what I think. I've never saw much of Dwight. I don't think he's really that great of a fighter. I think he's there. Like, obviously he's old, 37 years old. He's taken a lot of damage, especially lately. He's been a couple barn burners. So I'm not shocked that he's not a world beater, but I just never thought of him as that good. Like, he's fine, but I wouldn't call him a body snatcher. All 3 of his wins are in the UFC, or 2 of them are by decision, one's by a knockout against some Can. So, what do you really want to do? He's good, just he's not a body snatcher per se. And for his opponent, Dustin Stotzfuss, he's not good. Yeah, Dustin really ain't too good in the UFC. I'm pretty sure he's 0-3. Yes. Coming off a Contender Series contract win, he's now 0-3 in the UFC with a must-win in front of him. Because in his last 3, he lost to Kyle Dawkins, Rodolfo Vieira, and Gerald Meerschaert. You can't get mad at those wins. Losses. Kyle Dawkins, very good kid. Rodolfo Vieira, very tough. GM3, very good on the ground, and that's about it. So, they didn't give him easy fights right off rip, so. But still, you gotta win, man. You're not gonna get easy fights off rip, my guy. So, kinda gotta earn it. So, yeah. I really can't remember much about Dustin. If I remember, he's a kind of a wrestler. So, maybe, I don't know. He did give GM3 a little bit of problems, if I remember. And GM3's a really good wrestler, so. Yeah, not much to say about Dustin. Dude's gonna get cut after Saturday. Hopefully. How the fuck do you give him another fight if he loses? The betting odds do have Dwight Grant minus 165 to plus 140. Yeah. I guess I would lower him a little bit to maybe a minus 145, 140. I'm not the biggest Dwight Grant truster. I guess that makes sense. I don't really trust him a lot. But, I will sadly trust him here. I don't think Dustin is that good. I think Dwight will be able to read him enough to get the W. Being older, maybe almost the same amount of fights, but being older and needing a win in a way, because really, if you lose this, a lot of people would look at you as 0-5 in your last 5. So this is a must win. So the loser probably gets cut. So I think Dustin's gonna get cut. I'm going to Dwight Grant by probably decision. I don't really see him finishing Stotzfuss. So Dwight Grant by decision. 13 minutes in, 2 fights down. Now we talk about the first great fight on this card, and this is a really underrated great fight. The two really good light heavyweight prospects, Dustin the Hanyak Jacoby versus Daong Sida Jung. Great fight here at light heavyweight. Winner gets Dustin Jacoby. Well, if Daong Jung wins, just Dustin's ranking is obviously his, and if Dustin wins, he probably finally gets a rank fight. Which let's talk about Dustin Jacoby. But I've been saying this dude should be fighting ranked guys by now, and because his last fight, the only top guy per se he's fought is Ian Cutelaba, and he realistically beat him. But besides that, he's beat no one great. He's just been winning and looking good doing it. Oleszewski, John Allen, Darren Stewart, Grisham, Ledet. Ever since his Contender Series contract, he's just been on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 fight winning streak. I don't know why it's taken them this long for him to fight someone actually good in Daong Jung. So, I don't get it. I don't get it. But I'm happy he is finally fighting real competition. So, yeah, I'm very happy. I think he's very underrated at that weight class. And like I said, he's been looking great these last couple fights. So all around, he's very decent on the feet. If I remember, his grappling ain't awful or great, just pretty mid. Obviously, his striking where I think Jacoby is best at. So yeah, against a tall dude in Dong Jung, we'll see. And speaking of that, Dong Jung, very tall, good prospect. Also, very tall. In the UFC, he is 4-1. That 4 wins. Mike Rodriguez, who, if you remember, pretty shitty. William Knight, Candido Nunchaku. Though he's been beating fine fighters, nothing great. He does have a draw on his record against Sam Alvey. Yeah, you might want to explain why. You really shouldn't have you really should have finished Sam Alvey. Maybe he was just under the pressure. He was on a Khabib card, whatever. Whatever, it happens. But that's a big red flag, if you ask me. You couldn't finish Sam Alvey. I don't know. Red flags. Many red flags everywhere. Oh, many red flags on that. But all around, the kid's good. He's a good wrestler. He almost killed William Knight. He looked like he killed Candido Nunchaku. So he's good. He's also a striker, but I think his wrestling, I'd probably say it's better than Jacoby's, unless I'm forgetting something. So it's a really good fight between two, I'd say, evenly skilled prospects in a way. The betting odds do have Jacoby minus 140, plus 120, even though I saw odds where I guess in some places Dong Jung's the favorite, which I honestly would look at this fight as a near even. I don't think you would go wrong with whoever you pick, because whoever you pick here, you can make the case for either of them winning. Whose case am I making for winning? I don't think that's English, but I'm leaning towards Dustin Jacoby. The Sam Alvey fight's a real red flag for me on Dong Jung, and I just think Jacoby's been more impressive. He's been fighting more. He's just been consistently looking great and winning. Yeah, Dong's on a nice 2-fight winning streak where he has looked pretty close to flawless, but no, it wasn't against not saying Dustin Jacoby's beat great competition. Michael Olszewski and John Allen aren't as much better, if better, than Nunchaku and William Knight, but you know, apples to oranges. I don't know. I kind of find it hard to find which guy I would say, oh no, it's clear this guy. So with that being said, I am leaning towards the Dustin Jacoby W here. I think I think I won't be shocked if it's a split decision. This fight's gonna be razor close, and I think it's gonna be a really good fight. I don't know. I'm excited for this fight. So, with that being said, I do think Dustin Jacoby will squeak out the W. So, Dustin Jacoby by decision. And a really good fight. After that, a fight that I'll tell you why this is happening in a moment, after Tapology would like to load. Thank you, Tapology. The next fight, Bill Senor Perfecto Algeo versus Herbert the Blaze Burns. A week ago, these two guys were fighting different people. I say that because a week ago, if you looked at this card, Bill Algeo was fighting Billy Quarantillo. Fuck's losing Billy Quarantillo off the card. And Herbert Burns was fighting some dude named Kushin Askabov. So apparently Bill and the other dude pulled out, and Algeo and Herbert said, fuck it, we'll fight each other. So we both stay on the card, and now they're fighting each other. there's the backstory. Let's talk about the fighters. Bill Algeo. I'm trying to remember Bill Algeo fight at the moment. I kind of remember them as I look at him. He is 2-2 in the UFC. Wins Spike Carlisle and Joe Anderson Brito. Losses Ricardo Lamas and Ricardo Ramos. Fuck, he does not like people named Ricardo. I'm trying to even remember if I kind of remember the Joe Anderson Brito fight because Brito looked so bad. Yeah, that's all I can remember is he completely dominated Brito, who looked like shit. That's all I can remember. I don't remember Lamas fight, but I probably watched it. I don't remember the Ramos fight. I don't remember this Carlisle fight. How weird. If I remember correctly, he's a wrestler, but he will strike. Somewhat. He's not a great striker, but he will strike, and that's it. He strikes just out of takedowns in a way. So, I don't know what. The name is so. I know. It's weird. A guy I'll be able to break down better is Herbert Burns. Yes, the little brother of Gilbert. The brother, and not nearly as good as his brother Herbert. In the UFC, Herbert is 2-1 in the UFC, knocking out Nate Landwehr in his debut, then subbing Evan Dunham, and then in his last fight 2 years ago, almost, against Daniel Pineda, he got crucifixed, bludgeoned, to say the least. So, yeah. Herbert is the best way I can describe Herbert is think of Gilbert but take away. Think of Gilbert but make him shitty. Take everything that makes Gilbert Burns away and make it into a person, a fighter, and you get Herbert Burns. Because Herbert is fucking terrible. He's honestly terrible. He's only in the UFC because who his blood is related to, if I'm being fucking honest. So, yeah, Herbert ain't good. Ain't good. Well. Looking at these guys' OG fights, I thought they were both gonna be losers, but apparently one of them has to win, and who do I think is gonna win? It's not the shitty little brother. And the betting odds agree, Bill Algeo, -170, +145. I would honestly moving up to almost 200, I'd say -190. I think you should easily win this fight. Herbert ain't good, and I think Bill is not a world beater either, but I think he's just good enough to get the win. So, that being said, I am going Bill Algeo by decision. I'll pick a finish one day. It might not be on the prelims, but I will pick a finish one day. But speaking of not even a finish, but speaking of bangers, how this fight ain't on the main card, I will never know, cause this fight's a fucking banger. Ricky Simone versus Jack Tank Shore. This fight is fucking great. 2 ranked bantamweights and 2 great bantamweights. This fight's fucking awesome. I'm fucking hyped for this fight, man. This fight's gonna be great. Let's talk about Ricky Simon, aka Simone. At this point, I feel like you know what you're getting with Ricky Simone. A dude who can do. He's very well balanced. He can strike. He can grapple. He's all around just really good. In the UFC, he is very good at winning. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2. Those 2 losses, Uriah Faber. That loss is still weird, and Rob Font. I can't get mad at that too much, but ever since that Font lost 4 in a row, Ray Borg, Perello, Brian Keller, and Rafael Sunsao, he's just been on a murder spree. This is his first real test in a while. And let's see if he passes those flying colors, because if he can get past Jack Shore, he just put his name on the map. But it's gonna not be easy. Shore is a worst striker, but I think as good, if not a better grappler. So a lot of interesting tests for both guys here. But let's not talk about Ricky. Let's talk about the guy who I think has way more potential to be great in the sport. Ricky, no disrespect to Ricky either. I think Ricky's very good. I think he'll be a bottom-ranked bantamweight for the next 5 years. He's really good, but I don't think he's good enough to get past the Tank. I say that because the 16-0 undefeated Jack Shore is on a nice win streak in the UFC. 5. His last couple fights, Hunter Azure, he completely dominated. How was that a split? I still don't know. Ludovic Shalolian, he completely destroyed. And Timur Valev, Timur gave Jack a fight, I won't lie. But Jack did come up with a W. Jack showed in that fight less skill and more heart, which I think heart's just as important as skill in a way in a fighter. So Jack showed a lot of heart in that fight, and he came back from looking bad. Honestly, if I remember, he was not looking good. And then he gets a knockdown and shit. Like, he looked good in London, which I don't know why this fight ain't in London. I guess Ricky didn't want to go to London, because why the fuck would this fight not be in London? Literally next week we're going to London and Jack Shore's not on the card. Whatever. Yeah, this fight's amazing. You could look at it, you could think Ricky's gonna be too big and strong and gonna out technique him, I guess, wrestle, strike, etc. Or you could look at it as Jack's gonna be the better fighter, because I think Jack is the better fighter, and he'll outsmart Ricky and get the win. It's a really good fight. I don't think you could I know that's undefeated record, and people knowing Ricky for the Faber fight, people look at it, oh, Shore should easily win. I want to count on dude. Ricky is tough. Ricky's a very tough dude. Like, yeah, he's not been beating great guys named Shore, to be honest, but dude, Ricky's tough. Really good. The betting odds, I think, I kind of understand them. Minus 165 Jack Shore, plus 140 Ricky Simone. I'd probably move Jack Shore down to a minus 130 favorite to plus 120. I think he should be the favorite, but I don't think a really big I wouldn't even call minus 165 big, but a decently sized favorite, because this is his first real test. Yeah, Timur was good, but it's not Ricky Simone. Timur was a very good unranked fighter, but I don't think he's ranked fighter level, if that makes sense. So this is gonna be a great fight. It should be on the main card, but either way, can you go wrong with this banger on the prelims? with that being said, I'm saying Jack Shore keeps his 0 and beats Ricky Simone. I'm actually seeing people pick Ricky Simone this week, and I'm not shocked by it per se, but I'm more shocked by hearing people act like Jack Shore is like this super lock and it's insane for you to pick Ricky, because it's not. If you pick Ricky, I can understand. It makes more sense than, let's say, picking Timmer or someone like that, so it's not stupid, but I think Jack will get the W here. So, with that being said, I'm going Jack Shore by decision. And last on the prelims, why is this fight going on over Shore and Simone? I don't know. But we got Puna Soriano versus Dolce champion Lungambula. Let's talk about Puna. Puna's been at a kind of downhill as of late. 2-2 in the UFC, beating Oscar Picota and Dusko Todorovic, but then losing to Brendan Allen and Nick Maximov. Can't get mad at the Brendan Allen loss. Nick Maximov, I did not want to be too furious at it. Puna's mainly a striker. Like, he will wrestle a small bit, but that's not his goal per se. Decent gas tank, if I remember. And yeah, he's really good. He's good. He's still young in his career, only 10 fights, gonna be his 11th. And all around, he's good. Not much to say. Like, when a lot of people know him for the upset over Dusko Todorovic. Somehow that was an upset. I mean, though Dusko Todorovic sucks. So, but at the time, Dusko was very hyped up. Knocking him out as easily as Puna did was very impressive. But, yeah. And now talk about Dolce Lungambula, who I actually talked about last week a little bit. Not in a good way. He's not good. He's really fucking bad, actually. In the UFC, Dolce is 3-2. Wins the Quan Townsend and Marquez Perez. His losses, Magomed Ankalaev, not mad at. Marc-Andre Barriou and Cody Brundage. In those 3 losses, Magomed you can't get mad at. Marc-Andre Barriou seems like Dolce never got off the ground. And Brundage has been super fucking impressive as of late, so I'm not even gonna talk bad about that loss, because Brundage has been very, 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 very impressive. So, you can't even talk bad about it, because like I said, he's been very good. But Dolce has not been very good. He's been the complete opposite of good. Yeah, he beat Townsend, yeah, he beat Perez, but those were really good wins. Both those guys are not in the UFC anymore. The 3 dudes he's lost to are still in the UFC. I don't think Dolce's that good. I think Dolce personally sucks. I don't think he's good. Plain simple as that. He's just not good. No good at all. The betting odds do have Puna Soriano minus 270 to plus 220. I completely fucking agree. Like, no question, I agree on this. Hell yeah, I could say Puna minus 300. I don't think you'd be wrong. Puna might be on a 2-fight skid like Dolce, but A, 2 good fighters, and B, Puna's actually a good fighter. Dolce is not. Dolce is very, very, very bad, and that's why I say Puna's gonna win this fight. How do I think Puna's gonna win this fight? I'm saying Puna Soriano by knockout, yes, not decision, in the 2nd. I think he topped off the prelims with the first finish of the night. on my picks at least. And I think it's gonna be a good win for him. Puna Hale Soriano by knockout in the second. Now we move to this star-studded, in a way, main card, which, yeah, it has its ups. It has its downs, but when it has its ups, you'll know what I'm moving my mouse over in a little bit. When it has its ups, it has its ups. But we start off this main card with a L. This fight ain't as bad now that it's not on a pay-per-view main card. It's still a terrible fucking fight, but it's not as bad. And I'm so happy this is the first time I have to talk about this fight. Lucky Lauren Murphy versus Miesha Cupcake Tate. Thank fuck I'm not, second time I'm breaking this fight down. I don't want to break this fight down, period, let alone twice. Yeah, obviously I say what I said because this was booked for UFC 276 2 weeks ago on the main card. Miesha Tate did Miesha Tate or Lauren Murphy pull out? I think Lauren Murphy pulled out. So, yeah, so now it's rescheduled 2 weeks later, and on this main card, which I am not as, no one really cares now. Fight night main card, whatever. You'll be a cool piss break before the fireworks in the next fight. But let's talk about Lucky Lauren Murphy. And goddamn, that nickname fitting because she gets some fucking lucky decisions. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you know. In her last fight, she nearly got fucking murdered by Valentina. But before that, she was on a 5-fight winning streak. I'm using quotation because, let's be honest, she lost to Joanne Wood. Let's be honest. She lost to Fajar, you that bitch. You're garbage. Lauren Murphy's been in UFC since 2014. You know what you're getting with her. You're getting a person who's just gonna big body you if she can. She'll strike. She'll wrestle a little bit. She just does. She doesn't do anything good. She just does everything. She's very big for 125. Easily could fight at 35. I think did at one point. So she's very big for a weight class. So the way she fights makes a lot of sense. Now talk about Miesha motherfucking Tate. The fighter who I swear of how she talks this week thinks that her name value will get her the win Saturday and a title shot against Valentina and a win against Valentina. No. Oh. I don't have no. God, Miesha Tate's fucking annoying. I have no hate for Miesha, just God, she should have stayed fucking retired. Like, since her return, I won't talk about pre-return, we all know, champion, etc., Ronda Rousey, whatever. Since return, she's 1-1, win over Marion Renault, and then lost to Ketlin Vieira. If your name fucking meant anything, and if your name could get you a win, maybe Ketlin Vieira wouldn't have looked like a world beater versus you. But, you know, Miesha Tate, busy, having shit leaked and, not being a good fighter. Probably gonna miss weight, by the way. Keep that in mind, she's moving down to 125. She barely made 135. She's gonna be if she does make weight, she's gonna be fucking dehydrated like a motherfucker. And she's gonna probably fucking lose. So, the betting odds do have Miesha Tate minus 170 to plus 145. Lauren Murphy, no. Just straight up fucking no. If you can tell casuals made this fucking betting line, because you're not telling me you at using Miesha Tate better than Lauren Murphy. Maybe, okay, I'll take it back. I'll give you at Miesha's prime, yeah, she's better than Lauren Murphy. But now, 35 years old, making a terrible decision for weight cut wise, and just not being that good anymore. You really tell me she should be a minus 170 favorite? I think it should be Lauren Murphy minus 150 to plus 135, 140. I'm not saying Lauren Murphy's that good. I think Lauren Murphy's fucking terrible as well. But I think if you really think about, if you just tell me no context, Lauren Murphy versus Miesha Tate, might consider Miesha Tate, but if you're telling me a weight cut that's gonna hurt Tate, size difference that's gonna hurt Tate, and just not being that good anymore, dude, you're fucking insane. So with that being said, I'm going with my first underdog of the card, and I've had this pick in mind for months. Lauren Murphy gonna win by decision. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Apparently cannot fucking predict a Miesha Tate fight to save my life. I'm 0-0, fucking 2-0, fucking pixel wise, picking against or picking Miesha. So yeah, fun. Lauren Murphy by decision. It's underdog season, bitch. Next up, the fight I'm looking forward to most, the fight I have as my main event, the fight everyone should be caring about, the fight I'm most hyped for, the fight that should be the main event, should be on a pay-per-view no less. Hurricane Shane Burgos versus Charles Air Jourdain. I'm not even gonna break down the fighters because no one gives a fuck. I'm telling you right now, fight of the night, lock it in. Fight of the year, wouldn't be shocked if it's up there. Banger, blood, violence. This fight's gonna be fucking amazing. You got on one side Shane Burgos, literally only could get stopped by Edson Barboza when his body shut off. And then on the other side you got the crazy Canadian Charles Jourdain, the dude who somehow gets a great fight out of anybody and everybody. I'm fucking excited. A fighter I'm a big fan of, and against another fighter who's a complete psychopath. This screams violence. This gives me Diego Sanchez, Clay Guida vibes. Like a mother. This gives me Chandler Gaethje vibes. Like a motherfucker. Like a fight you just know is gonna be great. I'm fucking hyped for this shit. So, with that being said, the betting odds, do we care for this fight? No. But they got Hurricane Shane minus 190 to plus 160. I don't know. No, per se. I think I get Shane Burgos being the favorite. I would tend to agree. I'd put Shane Burgos, I'd say minus 150, 60. 190 is a little much, but you know, whatever. With all that being said, I'm biased. I'm going with Air Jourdain. I don't give a fuck. I'll pick Air Jourdain. Love Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain. I'm hyped for this fight. I don't care who wins. I just care if this fight's a banger. I don't want a disappointment. I want these two to stand in the middle of an octagon, swing for the fences till one goes out, or until 3 rounds are over and we get a Chandler Gaethje fight with who gives a fuck the winner. Charles Jourdain for the win. I could care less who wins. Just give me a great fight. Next up, not gonna waste much time on this fight because A, it's my lock of the night, and B, I give a fuck. Matt Danger Snow versus the tri-beaten Eagle Sumadarji. Not gonna waste much time on this. Matt Snow ain't good. Sumadarji is fine. I think he will easily win this fight, and yeah. I think he will easily finish Matt Snow. I have my lock of the night. Matt Snow sucks. Like, I don't think much of Sumadarji. I think he's a fine young dude, young prospect in division. He's fine, but it's just after you get in this fight, he'll climb the rankings, but yeah, he's gonna finish the match now. So I'm going Sumadarji locks the night by knockout in the first. Not much more to say. After that, find the co-main to the co-main. 3 fights left. A banger at 170. The Leech, Li Jingliang versus Muslim King of Kung Fu Salikov. Let's talk about the Leech. Leech put his name on the map with his last 2 fights against Ponzinibbio, knocking him out, and of course fighting Hamzat will get your name on the map pretty easily. Overall in the UFC, Leech has some ups and downs, been around a while. His best win would probably be, no questions, Ponzinibbio. But if you look at his losses, like, they get Jake Matthews, Neil Magny, and Hamzat. Can't really get mad at those last 3 per se. Leech is mainly, is completely a striker. He wants to strike. He has a lot of power, and he wants to knock you out. And a good chunk of the time he does, but another chunk of the time he doesn't. So yeah, pretty much just getting a striker. A really good striker. But with his opponent, Muslim Salikov, you got a complete wrestler. Let alone being Russian, he's a complete wrestler. In the UFC, Muslim is 5-1. Lost to Alex Garcia, but beat Rick Rainley, some Taleb dude, Starpoli, Zaleski, and Francisco Trinaldo a year ago. He's been off a year. He's a complete wrestler. He'll strike a little bit, but yeah, I can tell you right now, his game plan for this fight is get fucking Leech to the ground. Because if he tries to strike with Leech, I don't think it really goes too well for him, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't see striking with the Leech going amazingly. I think his game plan is going to be wrestle. Let's wrestle, kid. Well, yeah. With that being said, the betting odds you have Muslim Salikov minus 175 to plus 150. Yeah, I tend to agree. Leech's best course of winning is clipping Muslim and praying you get to finish, because you're not going to out wrestle him, and you better stop takedowns. You better stop takedowns. With that being said, I'm going Muslim Salikov. Voice crack. Muslim Salikov by decision. And after that, the co-main event of the evening. An actual really good fight. And I know after I say the first name, you're gonna be like, did you just say this person is in a good fight? But when you know the other name, you'll be like, oh, yeah. I'm talking about Michelle the Karate Hottie Watterson. That's the first name. Now you'll get why I said it's the actual good fight. Amanda Lemos. You see what I mean? Yeah, Lemos is gonna knock out Michelle Watterson. Don't even need to say much else. Michelle Watterson's just a shitty Wonder Boy Thompson. And Amanda Lemos is honestly has somehow became underrated, because yeah, she probably should have lost to Angela Hill, and yeah, she lost to Jessica Andrade, but it's fucking Jessica Andrade, and we all know Angela Hill's the GOAT of being inconsistent. She's the legit Michael Johnson of females. So yeah, Lemos is gonna knock out Michelle Watterson. It will be fucking great if she does. I'll love it if she fucking does. Has Michelle ever been finished wrote, like, knockout wise. Like, I know the first thing you said was, and even I said it in my head, Rose Namajunas, but that was a head kick leading to a rear naked choke, so I remember. So, like, she should have been knocked out or TKO'd. And I'll give you, she's fought pretty much the entire fucking strawweight division. So I'm not disrespecting Michelle for I dislike her. Much respect to her. She's a complete OG, and she's fought legitly fucking everybody, pretty much. But she's just not good. She just ain't good. And let's be honest, she's really on a 4-fight losing streak. Joanna, Carla, Angela Hill was a complete robbery, and Marina Rodriguez, who completely destroyed her. So, yeah, not much more to be said. I'm going Amanda Lemos by knockout in the first. God, I hope I'm right, because it'll be so great. Speaking of great, 50 minutes in, we are talking about the main event of the evening, Battle for Mexico, Battle of Mexicans, a banger in the featherweight division. I'm talking about Brian T. City Ortega versus Yair El Pantera Rodriguez. Yes, we're getting this fight. Yes, it's gonna be amazing. And yes, I am fucking excited. This fight, just like if Jourdain and Burgos is a flop, this will be, honestly, we might have 2 fight of the night. This might be the first time ever we get 2 fight of the night on one card. So this fight's gonna be 2 crazy Mexican motherfuckers doing crazy Mexican motherfucking things. No, I'm not gonna go into the fighters. What do you want to know? Brian Ortega, underrated as all living fuck, because he's scary good and scary underrated. Yes, he's lost a couple fights. Yes, he's been almost murdered, but this man's heart in that octagon's fucking insane. No way. He has been he has got the closest to beating Alexander Volkanovski as we've ever seen someone get. Keep that in mind. And then for Yair Rodriguez, what the fuck can I say about Yair Rodriguez? It's Yair Rodriguez. The dude's fucking insane. Max Holloway, he had a banger. Jeremy Stevens, actually looked pretty underwhelming versus Chan Sung Jung. Holy shit, if you don't know, you need to go watch it. There's too much. This fight's gonna be fucking amazing. Thank you, UFC, for booking this. And not even on a fucking pay-per-view. This is not a fucking fight. Dude, on one... I'll save that for after, when I'm doing I'll save that. But we're getting this fight for free on a fight night. Bruh. We are so spoiled as MMA fans lately. We are so fucking spoiled. The betting odds, since I can't just drool over this card forever. Brian Ortega, minus 165. I'm honestly shocked he's the favorite. Yair Rodriguez, plus 140. Not gonna lie, I thought the betting odds would have been near even, or Yair the favorite. T-City being the favorite, I think I would have it minus 130 for Ortega, plus 120 or whatever for Yair. I think Ortega should be the favorite, mainly because we've seen him against we've seen him versus and look better versus top guys, if that makes sense. So, this fight's gonna be great, and I think we're ending off Saturday night with Brian T-City Ortega getting the W. So, with that being said, I'm going Brian T-City Ortega by decision. Well, goddamn, this card's fucking amazing. To go over my picks one more time. Emily Ducote by decision. Dwight Grant by decision. Dustin Jacoby by decision. Bill Algeo by decision. Jack Shore by decision. Punahele Soriano by knockout in the second. Lauren Murphy by decision. Charles Jourdain by decision. Suma Darji, lock of the night, knockout in the first. Muslim Salikov by decision. Amanda Lemos, knockout in the first. And Brian T. City Ortega by decision. God damn, this card is great. On one card, you got Jack Shore, Ricky Simone, Punahele Soriano, who's always cool, Shane Burgos, Charles Jourdain, The Leech, always cool, Amanda Lemos, always fun, Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez, fuck, Sumadarji, fucking, this card's great, and fucking hell, man, this card's great. I'm not even joking. Put a title fight on top of this card, you got a great pay-per-view. Think, like, if you told me the pay-per-view main card for insert number here was Burgos Jourdain, fucking Shore Simone, Leech Salikov, Lemos Watterson, Ortega Yair, and Izzy Pereira. You can move Leech down to prelims, but Jourdain, Simone, Lemos, Ortega, and motherfucking title fight. Dude, that's an amazing. That's a 10 out of 10 pay-per-view main card. 10 out of 10. And we're getting this on a fucking fight night. I love MMA, man. So, I hope you love MMA as much as I do, and I hope you love this card on paper, and hopefully it's a great card. I doubt it won't be an amazing card as much as I hope it. You'll hear from me next week for a breakdown of UFC London. Yes, we're already back in the O2. Blades and Aspinall. That card's looking fine. It's nothing to write home about, but it's just okay. So, not much more to be said. I'm hyped for this card. I'm a fan of a couple fighters on this card, and I'm hyped. Shane Burgos and Charles Jourdain. Fucking please be as good as I hope it is. If every other fight sucks on the card, just let Jourdain be great. Let Jourdain be. With nothing more to be said, guys, before I have a fucking heart attack from how hype I am from this card. It's Wednesday night. I wish it was Friday at 1 p.m. like this video is going up, just like every Friday. Cheap plug. But yeah, nothing more to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, sub, all that shit all that shit. 100 subs to go by the end of the year. And with that being said, guys, RX out. T City. Too easy.